Saving a fortune on buying portion meats. We've got a couple of large chickens. These were just under £4 each. We're going to start by jointing the very tips of the wings off. Get rid of that on the plate. Both sides. Just run round the joint and they come away real easy. All these bits that we're placing on this plate here will go for making stock later on. So we're just slicing the skin into the joint all the way around. Use the tip of the knife to separate it a bit. And the chicken wing comes away. At the time of filming, I was pricing a tray of chicken wings, and for between 4 and 6 wings we were looking at £2 in the tray, depending on which of the cheaper supermarkets we were going in. What they are in the big boys I don't know, because I wasn't about to go there. Okay, then I'm going to take the legs, again we're going to go in, follow the natural joins between the muscles into the joint, put them right round, and it comes away really easy. You can leave that as a full drumstick, or you can make another cut there. You can feel with your thumb, you can feel the knuckle where the joint marks, put down in, and you can just cut straight through with this. So then you've got your drumstick and your thigh. Do the same with the other one. Taking the skin, follow the joint nicely. As you snap it back, you can hear that pop. And go in through the rest of the joint. You've got drumstick, chicken thigh, or the whole chicken leg. We're going to go on to the main part of the carcass now and feel down the breastbone. We're going to run our knife, nice sharp knife, just down that bone, just till we feel it grate along the bones at the bottom. Now we're going to come in, we're going to separate that nicely from the rest of the carcass. There we go. Now we've got the chicken breast skin on. You can take the skin off if you're not liking the fattier side of it. I like it crisped up myself. Underneath the breast we have this little, what they sell is put as trays of mini breast. That's your goujons if you like. Make your own homemade goujons with that, they're the best you'll ever taste. And then you've got your main breast for doing the majority of what cooking we do with chickens, isn't it? We do the same with the other side. Taking it away from the bone. It's nice and gently, there's no rush, it doesn't take long. Get through all the bits of skin. Again, take away that goujon. Well, you may think that's it, but over on the back of the chicken, we have the oyster. Some people say it's the best part. It's a really nice solid muscle. It does a lot of work when the chicken's alive, so it has a really good texture when it's cooked. When you see a cooked chicken, if you turn it over, you can pop that out and it just looks like the inside of a shellfish, and hence the name. So what we're going to do, we're going to go around the carcass in a minute and take all these extra bits of meat off, and these are your bits for backing up for a curry or what have you. So you get your main joints, you got your extra bits, and then the rest of the carcass goes on there with the end of the chicken wing ends, and that will be for your stock. And stock is ideal for making a base for soups and sauces. So again, we're going to take the ends of the wings off. The full saving I'll put on screen at the end of the full saving I'll pop on the screen at the end of the film. Bear in mind this is only for 2 chickens jointed down for our family. Follow, there you go, you hear that pop. Just take away the skin around. There we go. This sort of thing, breaking down even the simplest carcass like a chicken, I think is an important skill, especially in these days where they've just announced a 9% rate of inflation. And it's something anyone can do to save your family a quid and keep them better fed. Nug the cat's coming to see us, he's watching, he's loving the smell of the chicken, he ain't getting near it though. There we have it, 2 carcasses broken down, £8 in total for the chickens. Taking all the extra bits of meat off now. So we had, in the supermarket, the wings would have been £2.99, the legs are £5, the breasts 5 or 6 quid, the goujon's another 2 quid, and the carcasses for stock plus all the bits we're going to get out. So quite a saving there, and I will put the total on the screen at the end of the video. There's the oyster. It's only a small piece of meat, but it's really tasty, a nice tight muscle. Once it's cooked up, it's good to go. I'll make Nugget the cat that has just had a nice bit of chicken skin. Take all this extra meat off the breastbone without getting any bones involved. This is all going to go in tonight's lemon chicken. Getting most of the meat off here, not being too fussy though, because the carcass is going to be boiled for stock, and you can always get more cooked meat off the bones when it's been through that process. Probably being a little bit fussier than a lot of people have seen before because I'm tight, otherwise I wouldn't be doing this. And on NHS wages you have to be a little bit tight. You see a lot of the TV chefs, when they cook stock, they'll take chicken bones or lamb bones, whatever stock they're making, and they'll throw a load of veggies in with it as well. Now I understand where they're coming from for the depth of flavour and all the rest of that business, but chefs are people who cook when they're not bloody hungry. It's a waste of money. If you throw a load of veggies in with your stock bones, you're making soup with bones in. Just make your stock plain, then add bits to it later on. This is about getting the most out of the carcass, the most out of the creature, and the most out of your money for feeding your family.
So there we have 2 chicken carcasses, well stripped down, not been over fastidious with getting the extra bits of meat off the bones. As we say, they'll cook down to make a nice wholesome stock. Daddy's keys. You found my keys?
Whoa.
I'm trying to do some filming.
So from just getting those extra little bits off the carcass, we've got quite a double handful of meat there,
Whoa.
and that's probably equivalent to 3/4 of a breast.